What's up, guys? Today I'm going to bring you a video on a very interesting game I played. I don't know how much we'll learn from this game, we'll see. This game is interesting because I went 0-9-10 in a 47-minute game and we won. I don't know if we should, I'm pretty sure we should not have won this game. Not to flame my teammates or anything, just matchup wise. I don't know, this game is kind of wild, which is part of why I'm showing it to you. So I went 0-9-10 in a game when my team got 41 kills. I did a total of 6,000 hero damage in this game. So this is like maybe the lowest impact I feel like I've ever had in a game, maybe of Dota 2 ever. Who knows? Who knows? Weird game, but that's why I'm showing it to you, because I got hard countered randomly off the first, like their support just randomly picked Silencer when I picked in the first phase, which is like just one of the hardest counters to Bane in the whole game. Shaker's not bad against Bane because he generally stays in the back and has a long range grip cancel. And then they picked Beastmaster and Bat. So Beastmaster summons and has a grip cancel, and Bat, it's not particular, Bat's not a hard counter to Bane, but, does a lot of damage to me. Like, it's a very big threat to me at all points. And then they last pick PL, who is a huge threat to me and who I don't impact in any way. So, just from the draft alone, this game is just going to be really hard for me. And, maybe the biggest impact I can have is, like, doing okay in the lane. I think I do okay in this lane. We don't crush or anything, but I stopped them from dragging, and we'll see how the CS ends up. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because I don't think anything particularly interesting happens in the lane. Let's see. Yeah, see, Spectre's doing pretty well so far. Got a stick, normal Bane things. Skip ahead some more. Full wand, windlace. I'm feeding my spec tangos at this point regularly. It's good to do. Make sure he doesn't have to buy his own regen. And he is having, Beastmaster's not having a bad lane though, right? The Spectre is getting farm though. Just skip forward a little bit more. Spectre's still at the top. Beastmaster's fallen off a little bit. So I think securing the lane is, probably why this game didn't go terribly and we just like completely got crushed early. Alright, so the laning phase is kind of over now. Spectre did do well, so that was probably the biggest impact I had this game, was kind of securing this lane for my Spectre and letting him get farm. So now we'll just watch and kind of see how I go about playing in this very hard game. I'll be trimming this video just to kind of important parts where things happen, but there will be times, I think, where maybe nothing's happening, but I'll still want to talk about like what I'm doing and why. So you can see here that we go for this aggressive play, and like in a normal game, this type of play like is usually decent. I mean, our mid is dead, but an aggressive play in their end is usually good, but PL's farming here and Bat rotates over, so it ends up not being good. I get 6 really late in this game. I never found a lane to sit in, and my Spectre just stayed top a long time. He didn't like leave to go jungle, so I get down a deep ward here, but I'm telling my team, like, I remember pinging the grip, and I'm like, whatever is about to happen, I am not going to have a high impact on it. So that's why I just actually like kind of abandon the smoke. I mean, it kind of falls apart, and I'm like, alright, I just need my 6, so I just take this lane down here. It's really important to, like, if you're a support that like needs your ult and you don't have it at 13, 14 minutes, like that's really bad. There's probably something I could have done earlier to like get a little more XP, but it's just important to like find a lane and sit in it, right? Be selfish if you have to. Tell your team to like go do something else. So I go for the Glimmer this game. Glimmer mana boots, because I figure like, even if I can't cast my ultimate ever, at least I can maybe Glimmer save a core and give my team mana. Bane likes mana boots, of course. And then you see I have the Shard queued up. And the reason for... I don't hardly ever get shard on this hero. I don't consider Bane a wave clearer. If you're like at low MMRs, it's probably much better because you're probably going to be cleaning up waves more often. But like at higher MMR games, your job is not to like clean up waves. And like getting shard is just like... That's why you would buy the shard. But so A, they have a PL. So like maybe it's kind of helpful against PL illusions. And B, like I'm not a reliable disable, BKB piercing disable, which is, you know, kind of what this hero is based on being. So I decided to go this shard because maybe I can split waves, you know, more than I would normally do because I'm not going to have anything else to do. So there I get a grip on the silencer. That is something I can do to have impact. It's not going to be very often that, like, because he's a backliner and I'm a backliner, so like the positioning that needs to happen for me to grip the silencer, it's very difficult to like get off. It's like not something that I need to like, there's nothing magical I can do. Like he kind of has to be out of position and, you know, I have to be like pretty close to the fight. So I think I only get him gripped like 1 or 2 other times this game. But if I don't grip him, my grip basically does nothing because he just holds it and cancels it. Also, I do have timings when he's globaled and I haven't gripped. Like eventually he will global if I'm not using grip, and then I can like get a grip. So this next fight is an important example. Oh, I do die here. They're diving us pretty hard. This next fight that happens is a good example of the grip versus global scenario. So here they're going for Roshan, and we stop them, and they put out an early global. So this is my time to shine. I just have to figure out which PL illusion is the right one. So here I finally get a read on which one the right one is, and get this super important grip off, and like a lot of my teammates are really low. So that is like the best impact I can hope to have in this game. But you know, notice I'm sitting at 22 last hits, 0-6-3. Have not done a lot for my team this game. Don't even have my shard, although I do pick it up here. Alright, so here I pick up my shard, and what do? I just kind of like chill and split push from fog. I like try not to show here. I don't want to... Okay, here I finally do because they weren't here. And then I join the fight, and this is another good example of, you know, I wouldn't normally do this on Bane, where I like split push and then TP into the fight. A lot of times cores will be doing it, but even if you're doing it as a support, like Bane is not a normal hero you do this on. But in this scenario, it was reasonable for me. And so here we do have a timing where I can use grip, so that's why I am trying to look to be aggressive here and participate, because if I can get a grip off, they can't cancel it. Here, I have no idea what my team's doing. They've got 3 heroes dead, and we just completely back off their side of the map instead of taking the bottom tier 2. So sometimes your team just wants to throw. My spec was like raging at me here. He said I should have just glimmered him, which, you know, maybe isn't wrong, but I think I was just very confused with what was happening because they had 3 heroes dead, and we could have just taken their tower, and instead we were not doing that. So here, this is where I fulfill my role as a lane pusher. Just brain sapping waves. You can see that I took the brain sap cooldown talent. I'm not going to say I always take the other one, because the other one kind of sucks, I think. Like the max mana drain, I don't think is particularly good. But you can see the role that the lane pushing had there. It's pretty helpful. Here, I get another grip on the silencer, who doesn't even die. Crazy. Like full gripped him. He eventually does die. But this is the point. Like this fight, it's so awkward. The PL's the only one left, and we just can't kill him. We just don't do damage on this guy. And he's juking us out really well. I think our Night Stalker almost dies here, or does die or something. Like buyback Shaker. But we're like not even close to like killing this PL here. So this is why I was like thinking in the game. I was like, we are going to lose this game. Like, he just solo killed our mid, like, 1v3. But we somehow do come back and win. It's through a variety of item choices. You can see my spec goes Radiance and Mjolnir. My Queen of Pain ends up going Shiva's Mjolnir. And my Night Stalker ends up getting Ags. Plus I have my Shard. So we have to itemize to like try and kill the PL. And really still, like even though we have to itemize to like kill the PL eventually, we still have to try and kill his team first. Because if we try and kill the PL first, it's just not fast enough. We just need to like burn through his illusions like over time. So you can see the lane pushing again here. This is like the main impact that I can have is my useless support self. Honestly, I don't even mind too much if they like come gank me here. I do go to join my team just so that I'll be near them if a fight does break out. But like if they had like tried to kill me there or if I had died, it wouldn't have been that big a deal. Just because of how unimportant my hero is to like our team like winning fights. Ghost Scepter is just to buy time. You could argue I could go like Greaves or something to like further amp my team, but you know, I still do want to live as long as possible. You know, maybe I can like wait out the global and then get grip off or something, or even just to buy time for my team, like, you know, make them take longer to kill me, thereby allowing my team more time to like kill the teammates or kill the teammates of PL or, you know, kill PL himself or whatever. Here they're roshing, so I decide to split push. The split pushing Bane. I see them all killing my team mid, so I split push some more. I was really worried Bat like knew I was there. I don't think he did though. Split push some more after keeping base. So you can see this is like the impact that I can have when I'm like super hard countered. You can see I am queuing up Greaves actually. Well, I think I finished Greaves. That's my thought though. It's like what I said earlier. It's like I literally cannot provide, you know, I can't buy Ags, that doesn't do anything. Aether Lens doesn't do anything. Like these items like enable you to get better grips, but that just doesn't help me this game. BKB doesn't help because silence goes through BKB. You could argue maybe a Lotus, but they didn't... well, it's actually not a bad Lotus game. I think my Wind Ranger had one, though, is why... Actually, I do remember. I considered Lotus, and then I didn't go Lotus because my Wind Ranger already had one. I was like, well, it'd be kind of good for me, but I don't think we need 2 Lotuses, and, like, Greaves maybe will help a little bit. Like, PL's burning my team's mana all the time. And it just helps people, like, live longer. You can see here my defensive items coming into play. Just kind of buying time and like making the PL like go kill somebody else. You see how much effort it takes to kill this guy. I do get a nice grip off while the silencer's dead. And this is where the items come into play. Just trying to survive while my team kills the PL. And then having this ceremonial robe is another thing I was doing during the fights to, you know, just give my team extra magic damage against this PL. Increase the status resist, all that good stuff. So this is kind of how we ended up winning this game. You know, I was not doing a lot of damage to heroes. I just split pushed waves, bought items that kind of made me survive. And like gave me a utility that like Bane doesn't normally have. So that would be my advice to you if you're in a game where you're just super hard countered and like you can't do your hero's like main function for whatever reason, is just look to buy items that amp your team. Mana boots, Glimmer can save them, and then like these team items like I didn't get it this game, but like drums, Vlad's, mech, you know, medallion, like whatever seems good for your game, just go for those items. And whatever helps you push waves, even if you normally don't, I think is also really good to buy in games like this. So hopefully you guys found that kind of interesting. Again, just the stats: 6k hero damage in a 6k hero damage in a 47-minute game, 0 kills, 9 deaths, 10 assists only off 41 team kills. And that is how you can have some impact in your games where you are useless. See you in the next video.